Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this newborn baby jacket up to 3 months. It's very easy to make. It's part of a baby set that I'm working on that includes the baby pants, the baby hat, and the baby booties. Okay, once I'm done with all of these tutorials, I will leave the links down below to all the tutorials that go with this set. Also, if you want to make this baby set for a baby between 3 and 6 months, all you have to do is just use a 4.5mm crochet hook with light number 3 baby yarn. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 3.5mm crochet hook with this light number 3 baby yarn. Today I'll be using Lion Brand Baby Soft. This is a light number 3 in the color white. Okay, so to begin, I have 53 chains. On the second chain from the hook, we're going to make 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next chain, and 1 single crochet into the next chain. This is all we're going to do for this first row. Just make 1 single crochet on each chain. At the end of this first row, you should have a total of 52 single crochets. I will meet you here at the end to show you the second row. Okay, I'm here at the end of the first row. I have a total of 52 single crochets. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 3 and we're going to turn. From here on, these 3 chains count as 1 double crochet. So into this next single crochet, not here because we have the 3 chains, but into this stitch here, we're going to make a double crochet. Double crochet into the next single crochet, and 2 double crochets into the next single crochet. 1, 2. So your repeat sequence for this row is going to consist of making 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and into the next, which is the 4th single crochet, you're going to make 2 double crochets into the same space. Okay, this is all we're going to do for this second row. Make 3 double crochets and into the next 2 double crochets together. Continue like this. I will meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row. I finished this row by making 2 double crochets into this last single crochet. At the end of this second row, you should have a total of 65 double crochets. So now for the third row, we're going to chain 3 and we're going to turn. 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, so into the next double crochet, we're going to make a double crochet. That's 2 including the 3 chains, a double crochet into the next, that's 3, a double crochet into the next, that's 4, and into the next double crochet, 2 double crochets together, 1 and 2. So your repeat sequence for this third row is going to consist of making 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the 5th double crochet, 2 double crochets together. So let me show you. So double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next 2 double crochets together. This is going to be your repeat sequence. Make 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into your 5th double crochet, 2 double crochets together. Continue like this all the way to the end. I will meet you there to show you how we're going to finish this third row and then show you the 4th row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this third row. I have a total of 78 double crochets, and I finished by making 2 double crochets into this last chain here at the very end. So now for the 4th row, same thing, chain 3 and turn. Okay, so now here what we're going to do is into the next double crochet, I'm going to make a double crochet. That's 2, into the next, 3, into the next, a double crochet, that's 4, into the next, a double crochet, that's 5, and into the next double crochet, 2 double crochets together. 1, 2. So your repeat sequence for this 4th row is going to consist of making 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the 6th double crochet, 2 double crochets together into the same space. Okay, so let me show you. A double crochet, that's 1, double crochet, that's 2, double crochet, that's 3, double crochet, that's 4, double crochet, that's 5, and into the next, 2 double crochets together into the same space, 1 and 2. This is going to be your repeat sequence, making 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the 6th double crochet, 2 double crochets together. Continue like this all the way to the end. At the end of this 4th row, you should have a total of 91 double crochets. I will meet you at the end to show you how we're going to finish this 4th row and then start on our 5th row. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 4th row. I finished by making 2 double crochets into this chain here at the very end. At the end of this 4th row, you should have a total of 91 double crochets. Now for the 5th row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a total of 5 double crochets, including the 3 chains. I'm going to have 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets, and into the next 2 double crochets together into the same space. Okay, so your repeat sequence for this 5th row is going to consist of making 6 double crochets and into the next 2 double crochets together. So let me show you. Double crochet, that's 1, double crochet, that's 2, double crochet, 3, double crochet, 4, double crochet, 5, double crochet, 6, and into the next 2 double crochets together. 1 and 2. This is how you're going to continue for this 5th row. You make 6 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the next 2 double crochets together. At the end of this 5th row, you should have a total of 104 double crochets. I will meet you here at the end to show you the 6th row. Okay, I'm here at the end. I finished by making 2 double crochets into this last chain here at the end. In total, for this 5th row, you should have 104 double crochets. Now, for the 6th row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. The 3 chains count as 1 double crochet. So now here I'm going to make 6 double crochets, including the 3 chains. I'm going to have 7. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets, and into the next double crochet, 2 double crochets together in the same space. Okay, so our repeat sequence for this 6th row is going to consist of making 7 double crochets and into the next 2 double crochets together. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets, and into the next double crochet 2 double crochets together in the same space. Okay, so this is all you're going to do for this 6th row, so continue like this. At the end of the 6th row you should have a total of 117 double crochets. I will meet you at the end to show you the 7th row. Okay, I'm here at the end. I finished this row with 2 double crochets together into this last stitch here at the end. In total, for this 6th row, you should have 117 double crochets. Now, for the 7th row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. So now here, I'm going to make a total of 7 double crochets, including the 3 chains. I'm going to have 8 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double crochets, and into the next double crochet 2 double crochets together in the same space. 1, 2. Okay, so your repeat sequence for this 7th row is going to consist of making 8 double crochets and into the next 2 double crochets together. So let me show you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double crochets, and into the next double crochet 2 double crochets together in the same space. 1, 2. So this is how you're going to continue with this 7th row, by making 8 double crochets and into the next 2 double crochets together. This is how you're going to work this row all the way to the end. At the end of this 7th row, you should have a total of 130 double crochets. I will meet you at the end to show you the 8th row. Okay, I finished making the 7th row. At the end of the 7th row, I had a total of 130 double crochets. And the yoke is done, and it's measuring about 3 inches, which is about 7.5 centimeters. Okay, so now with the 8th row, we're going to divide the sleeves. Like I said, at the end of the 7th row, I have a total of 130 double crochets. So what we're going to do here in the front is I have 18 double crochets. Then I have, between this stitch marker and this stitch marker, I have 29 double crochets. This is going to be one of the sleeves. And then for the back, between here and here, there's a total of 36 double crochets. And then again, I have the other sleeve, which has 29 double crochets, and then the other front side, which has 18 double crochets. Okay, so now here, what we're going to do for the 8th row is I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn. Okay, and we're going to work these 18 double crochets. The first 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, so there's 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
18 double crochets, and now here I'm going to chain 4, then I'm going to skip a total of 29 double crochets, and into the 30th double crochet, which is this one here after my stitch marker, I'm going to make a double crochet, and then a double crochet into the next, and so on until I have a total of 36 double crochets for this back part. I will meet you here to show you how we're going to divide the sleeve and then finish this 8th row. Okay, I finished making these 36 double crochets, and now again I chained 4. I'm going to skip a total of 29 double crochets for this other sleeve, and into the 30th double crochet, which is this one here after my stitch marker, I'm going to make a double crochet. And now here I'm just going to continue making double crochets all the way to the end. This part here you should have a total of 18 double crochets, so I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these last 18 double crochets, so in total on this side you should have 18 double crochets, on this side you should have 18 double crochets, and for the back right here you should have a total of 36 double crochets. And then here underneath the sleeves we have 4 chains and 4 chains on this side. So in total there should be 72 double crochets. Okay, so now we're going to start counting our rows. So for the next row, row 1, I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and turn. Okay, so here I'm going to skip this double crochet, and into this one here I'm going to make a fan. All of our fans are going to consist of making 2 double crochets, 1 chain, 2 double crochets. Okay, so here's our first fan for this first row. Okay, and then we're going to skip 1, 2 double crochets, and into the 3rd double crochet, same thing, 1 more fan. So 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. I'm going to continue like this until I come here to the end. Okay, so skip 2 double crochets, and into the next, the 3rd double crochet, you make your fan. Chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, skip 2 double crochets, and into the 3rd, make your fan. Chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same space. Okay, skip 2 double crochets, and on top of the 3rd, make your fan. 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Skip 2 double crochets, and into this last double crochet of this side, make your fan. Double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, so now here we have the 4 chains, so inside this space all you're going to do is just make a fan. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, and then now here we have our first double crochet for this side. So on top of the first double crochet, we're going to make our first fan for this side. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, and now again we skip 2 double crochets, and into the 3rd you make your fan. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. This is how we're going to work this back side, just like this. Skip 2 double crochets, and into the 3rd make your fan. So continue along like this. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end right before we work this next sleeve. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to skip these 2 double crochets, and I'm going to make my next fan right here inside the chain 3 space, the chain 4 space. Okay, so 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And I'm going to do it this way because for this back side I have a total of 12 fans. So in the front I should have 6 and 6, and if I were to make another one here, it wouldn't work out evenly. So now here into this first double crochet, I'm going to make my first fan for this side. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and then I'm going to just continue along in the same manner. Let me finish this one here first. Just continue doing the same thing, skip 2 and into the third, make your fan. Okay, so continue like this. I will meet you at the end to show you how we're going to finish this first row, and then I'll show you the second row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. To finish this row, I have a double crochet, and then I have my 3 chains here at the very end. So here I'm just going to go through this last chain and make a double crochet, and this is how I end this first row. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. On top of each one of these chain 1 spaces, we're going to make the same thing, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, so 2, 1 chain, 2 double crochets. Okay, and then skip to the next chain 1 space, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, so now jump to the next chain 1 space and make the same thing, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Continue like this. I will meet you here to show you what we're going to do here underneath this sleeve. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row. To finish this row and all the rows that follow, all you're going to do is just make a double crochet on top of the last chain of these 3 chains that we have here at the end, just like this. Okay, now for rows 3 through 15, I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, so I will let you know here how many rows I'm going to do. You're going to chain 3 and turn. Okay, and then you're going to do the exact same thing we did on the second row, which is just make a fan of 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets inside each one of these chain 1 spaces, just like this. Okay, and then jump to the next chain 1 space and make your fan. Okay, so you're going to continue like this. I'm thinking I'm going to do a total of about 15 rows. I'm not exactly sure since I haven't done this before, this little sweater before. So if I do more or if I do less, I will let you know here. So I will meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I did a total of 13 rows and it's measuring 9.5 inches, which is about 24 centimeters. One more thing, I have a stitch marker here. This is marking the right side of the sweater. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work single crochets along the side, along the neckline, and then come down this way and down the bottom. Okay, and all we're going to do is single crochets. Okay, so now here we're going to chain 1, and into this first double crochet I'm going to make 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. Into this next double crochet, which is actually the 3 chains, I'm going to make 2 single crochets. This is how we're going to alternate. So into the next, it's going to be 3 single crochets. Into the next, 2 single crochets. You're going to continue like this along this side all the way to the top. I will meet you here to show you how we're going to work the neckline and then start on the other side. Okay, I'm almost at the top. I have this row of single crochets, so in there I'm going to make 1 single crochet, And then the next row is the row of chains. So into this first chain space here, we're going to make 2 single crochets into the same space. And now we're just going to work 1 single crochet for each one of these chain stitches that we have here. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but they have this little bar, so into each one of them we're going to make 1 single crochet all along the neckline. Okay, so continue like this all around. I will meet you here on this other side, right here, to show you how we're going to work this part here. Okay, I'm here at the end on this other side of the collar. So here into this last stitch, we're going to make 2 single crochets together, 1 and 2. Okay, and then we have this single crochet row here, so I'm going to make 1 single crochet, and into this first double crochet on the side I'm going to make 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then we have these 3 chains, so in there I'm going to make 2 single crochets, and into the next it's a double crochet, so 3 single crochets. This is all we're going to do, which is the exact same thing we did on the other side. So continue like this. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. Into this last space that we have here, we're going to make 5 single crochets. Then we're going to go in between each one of these stitches and make a single crochet. I'm not going on top of the stitch just like this, I'm going in between. So here where we have the single crochet space, I'm going to make a single crochet between these 2 double crochets, a single crochet, and between each fan right in the middle also a single crochet. And just continue along, just making single crochets between each stitch just like this all the way to the other side. Okay, I will meet you here on this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I'm just going to make a single crochet here into this space, and then I'm going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch, and here's our first row of single crochets. Now we're going to do 1 more row. So to begin, I'm going to chain 1, and into the next single crochet I'm going to make a single crochet, and then again 1 single crochet into the next single crochet, and so on all around, just making single crochets on top of each one of the single crochets we did on the previous row, just like this. Okay, so you're going to continue like this for this side. When you come here to the top, you're going to make 2 single crochets into this last single crochet right here. So you're going to do 2 single crochets here and then continue along the neckline. And then on this other side of the neckline, you're going to do the exact same thing, 2 single crochets here on this very last single crochet, and then continue along down here until you come to this other end. Here the same thing, 2 single crochets, and then continue along the bottom. I will meet you here on this other end, right here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row of single crochets. To finish here, we have this stitch here, the following stitch. So into this stitch, I'm going to make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. The next stitch to follow is the chain 1 and then the single crochet. So into the single crochet that's here, I'm going to make a slip stitch. And this is how we finish the second row. Now for the third row, I'm going to chain 1, and into the next single crochet I'm going to make 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next, and so on all around. In this row we're going to do the same thing we did on the second row. We're going to work single crochets along this side. When you come here to the top, you're going to do 2 single crochets into this corner stitch and then continue along the neckline. And then I will meet you here to show you how we're going to work our buttonholes on this side. Okay, so I will meet you here on this side. Okay, I'm here on this other side, just about to work my buttonholes along this side. So into this last single crochet, I made 2 single crochets, and now I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to skip 1 single crochet. I'm going to remove my stitch marker. I'm going to skip this single crochet and into the next 1 single crochet. one thing here, I'm going to use very little buttons, so make sure that the 2 chains that we made here is enough for the buttons that you're going to use. And then now here we're going to make a total of 6 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets. I'm going to remove my next stitch marker. I'm going to chain 2, skip this single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet. And now again, I'm going to make another 6 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, chain 2. I'm going to remove this stitch marker, skip this single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet. Now I'm only going to do 3 buttonholes. If you want to make more, you're going to do the exact same way we did these others here. So make 6 single crochets and then your buttonhole. And then continue along this side here. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to now make single crochets until I come here to the very end. So I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. Into this last stitch here, I'm going to make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. And then I'm just going to continue along this bottom part, just making single crochets, just like this, all the way to the other end. So continue like this. I will meet you here on this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I did 2 single crochets into the very corner stitch, and then I just joined to the first single crochet of the 3rd row and made a slip stitch. And this is how we finish this part here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change colors to this color red, and I'm going to insert my hook here into this very corner right there. And I'm going to bring this loop through like this, and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to skip to this space here where we have this stitch. This is like the corner stitch of this fan. So in there, in the very corner right there, I'm going to make a single crochet. Then again, 3 chains, skip to the next stitch here, right there in the very corner, right there, and make a single crochet. Same thing, chain 3, and then skip to this next corner right here, or this next space here, and make a single crochet. So you're just going to do this, chain 3, and on each one of these stitches make a single crochet, chain 3, and then again single crochet, and you're going to do this along the side. I will meet you up here to show you how we're going to work this part here along the neckline. Okay, I'm here at the very top. I'm going to make my single crochet here along the neckline into this first stitch that we have here. So single crochet, and then same thing, chain 3. And then now here along the neckline, we're going to count these double crochets. So I'm going to count 1, 2, and in the middle between the 2nd and the 3rd double crochet, right here, right in between, I'm going to make my single crochet. Then again, chain 3, skip 1, 2, and into the middle between the 2nd and the 3rd double crochet, make your single crochet. Again, chain 3, skip 1, 2, and into the middle between the 2nd and the 3rd double crochet, make your single crochet. And this is how you're going to work along the neckline, and as you can see, that's what it looks like. Okay, so I will meet you here on this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here on this other end. I'm just going to do the same thing. Skip 2 double crochets, and into this very corner here I'm going to make my single crochet, chain 3. Now here I'm going to make my first single crochet on this side here, right in this very corner stitch right there. I'm going to insert my hook and make my single crochet, and then again chain 3, skip to the next corner stitch here and make your single crochet, chain 3, same thing next, make your corner stitch here, your single crochet, and continue along in this way just like we did on this other side, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so I will meet you here on this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I did a single crochet into this very corner stitch, and now again I'm going to chain 3, skip 2 double crochets, and in the middle right here where we have this fan I'm going to make a single crochet, chain 3, skip these 2 double crochets, and in the middle right here a single crochet, chain 3, skip these 2 double crochets, and in the middle right here single crochet, chain 3, skip these 2 double crochets, and right here in the middle 1 single crochet. Continue along like this all the way to the other end. Okay, I will meet you here at this end to show you how we're going to complete this row. Okay, I finished here. I did 3 chains and then joined to the first 3 chains that we did at the beginning with a slip stitch, and I cut my yarn, and this is what it looks like here in this corner. Now one thing, if you want to leave your sweater as it is, it's very pretty. We're going to work on the sleeves shortly, but first I want to do one more row. This row is again a decorative row and not really necessary. I'm going to put this loop on my hook, and I'm going to go into this single crochet, and then I'm going to grab a loop and make a slip stitch. There it is. I'm going to pull on this back here so that it tightens a little. And now I'm going to chain 1, and into the next single crochet I'm going to make a slip stitch, chain 1, into the next single crochet, slip stitch, chain 1, into the next single crochet, slip stitch, chain 1, into the next single crochet, slip stitch, chain 1. This is all we're going to do all around. When you come here to the corner, you're not going to do anything differently. You're just going to continue along making this stitch. So continue like this all around, making a slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. To finish, I'm just going to join here to the first chain and join with a slip stitch. I've already cut my yarn, and I'm just going to pass this through this last loop. Now we're just going to hide our ends, and this part here is done. And that's what it looks like. Okay, so now we're going to work the first sleeve. Okay, so here I'm going to insert my hook right in the middle. This is where we did 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, right in the middle, right there. I'm going to pull this loop, bring it through the front, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and into this same space we're going to work the same stitch like we did here. Okay, so double crochet into the same space, chain 1, double crochet, double crochet. Okay, here's our first fan. Now we're going to skip these double crochets and into this little hole that we see here. It's actually this double crochet. I'm going to make my double crochet here because this one here is a bit loose, so I'm going to go into this other stitch, and in there I'm going to make 1 double crochet. Then I'm going to jump to the first double crochet on this side, which is this one here. Okay, not this one, not this little hole, but this little hole here, because this one here already has this double crochet, so into this stitch, or this double crochet right there, I'm going to make double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, and then again skip 2 double crochets, and into the third make one more fan, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, again skip 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and into the third make your next fan. This is all we're going to do all around. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same stitch, skip 2 double crochets, and into the third make your next fan. Continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end around here to show you how we're going to work this part, finish the first row, and then start on our second row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. I have a total of 11 fans so far up to here. Now I have 1, 2 double crochets left on this side, so I'm going to make 1 double crochet here into this space. Then I'm going to jump to the 3 chains that we have here, or into this first fan right here, or this first fan, the first 3 chains right here on the side, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch. And this is how we finish the first row. So in total we have 11 fans all around. Okay, so now for the second row, we're going to turn. We're not going to chain, no nothing, we're just going to turn. And into this first double crochet, I'm going to make a slip stitch into these next 2 double crochets, a slip stitch inside the chain 1 space, and now I'm going to chain 3. These 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, and back again into the same space I'm going to make 1 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Here's the first fan for the second row. Now again into the next chain 1 space of the next fan, same thing, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Continue like this all around, just making these fans inside each one of these chain 1 spaces, inside each one of these all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this second row and then start on our third row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row. In total up to here I have 11 fans. To finish, I'm just going to join here to the beginning where we have these 3 chains, and I'm going to make a slip stitch, and this is how I finish my second row. Now for the third row, we're going to turn with the yarn in front like this. I'm going to make a slip stitch and a slip stitch and a slip stitch. So into the first double crochet, a slip stitch, into the second, a slip stitch, inside the chain 1 space, 1 slip stitch, chain 3, double crochet inside this chain 1 space, chain 1, 2 double crochets. This is the first fan for this third row. Okay, and now here I'm going to reduce by 1 this, and now here I'm going to reduce this double crochet in this row, and inside the chain 1 space here I'm going to make 1 double crochet. This is just a reduction that I'm going to do here at the beginning and at the end on this fan. Okay, and now into the next chain 1 space I'm just going to make 2 double crochets, 1 chain, 2 double crochets. Okay, and then jump to the next chain one space and make your fan. So continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to reduce this fan and then finish this third row and then start on our fourth row. Okay, I'm here at the end. Up to here I have 9 fans, and then I have this last one here. Into this last fan we're going to work just 1 double crochet. And now to finish this third row, we're just going to join here where we have the 3 chains and make a slip stitch. And this is how we complete the third row, and we have a total of 9 fans all around. Now for the fourth row, we're going to turn. I'm going to make a slip stitch into this first double crochet, a slip stitch into these next 2 double crochets, and a slip stitch inside this chain 1 space. Okay, now I'm going to chain 3, 1 double crochet inside the chain 1 space, chain 1, and then 2 double crochets again into the chain 1 space. And here's the first fan for the fourth row. Now we're just going to continue all around in the same way. Inside each one of these chain 1 spaces we're going to make our fan. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, so continue like this all around. At the end of this fourth row you should have a total of 9 fans. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this fourth row and then start on our fifth row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this fourth row. Up to here I have 9 fans. To finish, I'm just going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch. And this is how we finish the fourth row. Now for the fifth row, we're going to turn with the yarn in front. And now I'm going to make a slip stitch into these 2 double crochets. 1, 2, and then 1 slip stitch inside the chain 1 space. Now I'm going to chain 3, make 1 double crochet inside this chain 1 space, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And here's our first fan for this fifth row. And now here we're going to make another reduction, so I'm just going to make 1 double crochet inside this chain 1 space, and then into the next fan I'm just going to work my normal fan. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And this is all we're going to do now for this fifth row. Inside each one of these chain 1 spaces we're going to make a fan. Continue like this all around. I will meet you here right before we finish to show you how we're going to finish this fifth row and then start on our sixth row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this fifth row. To finish here, we're going to work the same thing, a fan on top of this last fan that we have here. We're not going to make a reduction in this row. We only do 1 reduction, which we did at the beginning. Okay, so just make a fan. Okay, so in total up to here we have a total of 8 fans all around for this fifth row. To finish, we're just going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch, and here's our fifth row with a total of 8 fans all around. Okay, so now for the sixth row we're going to turn, and now here I'm going to work a slip stitch into this first double crochet, a slip stitch onto the second double crochet, a slip stitch inside the chain 1 space, and now we're going to chain 3. And then inside this chain 1 space I'm going to make a double crochet, chain 1, and then again inside 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Okay, into the next chain 1 space, same thing. For this row, this is all we're going to do, and we're going to continue like this for a total of 5 more rows, so that we have a total of 10 rows. We already did 5 rows. This is our 6th row, so we need to make 4 more rows so that we have a total of 10 rows, like I said. and you're just going to do the exact same thing we did here. Just make a fan inside each one of these chain 1 spaces. When you're done, you're going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch, turn, don't forget to turn for every row, and then do the same thing I just did. Slip stitch, slip stitch, slip stitch, chain 3. Okay, so I will meet you at the end of the 10th row to show you what we need to do next. If it's more rows or if it's less row, I will meet you here at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 11th row. I decided to make one more row, so instead of 10 rows, I did 11. So to finish here, I'm just going to join to the beginning with a slip stitch, and this is how I end my 11th row. Now for row 12, we're going to turn like this, and then we're going to make a slip stitch, slip stitch, slip stitch, so 3 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then now for this row we're going to work 4 double crochets inside each one of these chain 1 spaces. So we're not going to chain 1, we're just going to make 4 double crochets. So here we have 4 double crochets, the 3 chains plus these 3 double crochets that I just did. So into the next chain 1 space, you're just going to make 4 double crochets. Okay, so continue like this for this 12th row. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 12th row. To finish, I'm just going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch, and this is how we end the 12th row. Now for row 13, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and this row here is going to be very easy. All we're going to do is 1 single crochet on top of each one of these double crochets. So beginning here, we have 2, 3, 4. Then we have the next fan, same thing, 1 single crochet for each double crochet. Continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this single crochet row. To finish, I'm just going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch, and this is how I end this row. Now for the next row, we're going to chain 1, and into the next single crochet we're going to make 1 single crochet. In total, I'm going to make 8 because into the 9th and the 10th I'm going to make a stitch reduction. Okay, so here we're going to work 8 single crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 single crochets, and now into these next 2 single crochets I'm going to work a reduction. So insert your hook into the next single crochet, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next single crochet, 3 loops on my hook, close, and now just continue along making 8 single crochets, and then I will do the same thing when I come to the 9th and 10th single crochet. You work a stitch reduction. Continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row of single crochets, and to finish I'm just going to join here to the first single crochet with a slip stitch, and this is how we finish the second row. Now for the third row, we're going to chain 1, and we're just going to make single crochets all around just like this. We're not going to make any more reductions. So continue along like this. When you come here to the end, you're just going to join to the first single crochet, chain 1, and then continue along for 1 more row of single crochets. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 4th row of single crochets. I've already cut my yarn. This is all we're going to do. So I'm just going to join here to the first single crochet with a slip stitch, and then I'm just going to pass this yarn through this last loop. And this part here is done. This is what it looks like. So here's our finished sleeve. Now you're going to do the exact same thing we did here on this other side. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like once everything is done. Okay, I finished making the other sleeve and here it is. This is what it looks like. And my baby sweater is done. One thing here, I think I'm going to do a row of this border stitch that I did around here, around the sleeves. I just finished these little pants that go with the little jacket, and I like the way how this turned out here at the bottom, so I'm going to do the same. Okay, so to do that, I have this red yarn, which is the same one that I used to make all my edges. So here I'm just going to bring this loop through the front like this, and then I'm going to chain one and then go into the next single crochet, pull up a loop and make a slip stitch, chain one, slip stitch, chain one, slip stitch. This is all we're going to do all around, just chain one and then slip stitch. And this is the only row that I'm going to do, so I'm going to finish here and then do the other side. So I will come back and show you what it looks like, and then I will also show you these little pants that are going to be in a separate tutorial, but I'll show them to you so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I'll meet you back once everything is done. Okay, so here's my finished cardigan, and that's what it looks like. There it is. I also finished the matching pants, and there they are. I also did the baby hat and the baby booties, so be sure to stay tuned for all of these tutorials. So this has been today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.